Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon here from Good Friday in the Philippines. Yeah, Good Friday. It is a relaxing day. It's a sunny, beautiful, windy day. Weenie. It's a weenie day. Of course, the beach, this is like the busiest time on the beach in the Philippines is during Easter. Yesterday we had some large groups here just hanging out in the Bakubo. Subscriber and his family, some other groups came, and we just, everybody having a good time. That was really nice. Today being Good Friday is a little bit more laid back. It's a lot quieter down the beach. But come tomorrow and Sunday, it's just going to be on like Donkey Kong. So that's what's happening there with that. Didn't have a work crew this morning, of course, because it's a religious holiday here in the Philippines. So only had a half crew, in fact, yesterday. And so it was very relaxing, and I was able to just get up at my own leisure this morning. I had to get up and get a crew instructed what to do and all the logistics that go with materials and everything with that. That was nice and relaxing. I got up and just chilled in here in the living room for a while, and I did get up, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna do something I never do. I'm just gonna go lay back down for a little bit, just have a little short rest longer, after my body realized it didn't have to be up running. And I just laid there just briefly and got back up and kind of doing my thing. So I want to talk about the direction of this channel. I want to talk about YouTube. I want to talk about the life of this channel, where it's going, where it's been, the influences, the good and bad, just the overall. Let's have a chit chat discussion. I have my fan off of me right now. The AC, I just turned it on. It's still a little warm in here because we had the house open all morning. So occasionally I might, in fact right now, turn on the fan so I don't get too hot sitting here. So give me just a second. Hoping that fan don't bring in too much noise into the microphone. I do have a nice set of DJI mic 2s that I could hook up here right now, but just want to keep this simple and uncomplicated. So we will begin with this, and we're going to end where this channel's going in the future, and we're going to begin with some other things to start with. So first off, when you all watch my content, it's not real time, okay? And I notice I appreciate the comments. They're really appreciated. Anytime you're commenting, it's appreciated. But I want you to understand when you comment that sometimes your comments are out of context with the real time of when that video was recorded. So like if Mel and I state, man, there hasn't been no rain yet, and things like that, or we say it's a Saturday and it happens to be a Saturday when you're watching it or a Sunday when you're watching it, doesn't mean it's the exact same Saturday or the exact same Sunday or the day after. It is anywhere from a week to a week and a half. There has been times I was as much lag as before in the vlog. When the vlog was at its probably peak, I was lagged as much as 2 months. There is as much as 2 months. Just this last year, when we left and went back to Texas, we had already been in Washington State and already in Texas when you all thought we were just getting ready to leave the Philippines. And then we, y'all like, man, y'all weren't in Texas very long. Well, we weren't, but we were there longer than you realized. And this happens with just about all vloggers out there, because you build content and then in there you get breaks to get free from it all. And then also people don't know where you're at. You can have a little privacy in your life. They don't know where you're at. If they think you're gone and they show up here, they're gonna get surprised because maybe you're sitting here. I'm gonna go out there and check out that Texas place while he's in Texas right now. I'm gonna go see his place here in the Philippines. Nose around. You're here? Yeah, because everything's lagged. Keep it shuffled up, boy. bobbing and weaving, bobbing and weaving. And so you never know. And this is true across the board with vlogs out there. You build in these buffers and privacy so they don't know exactly what steps you're making. That's why I don't do a lot of stuff on Facebook or anything like that. I don't want to post, I'm over here right now, I'm over here, look at this, this is me over here right now. Because you do need some privacy to your life. There is a limit of what you can put out there, of giving windows open into people looking into your life. You've got to close the curtain on a few of them, and we've had to close the curtain. And sometimes having to close that curtain is because viewers cross the threshold from being a viewer to and I hate to go down this road because I don't want anyone to take what I say wrong. I appreciate you viewers. I appreciate you guys. I tell you all the time, I tell you in the comments and all, I really, really love so many great supporters we have and had on this channel, and continues to grow. But some people, like any race, any society, any ethnic, any financial class you're in or anything, you've got different types of people with different types of attitudes. And some people are disturbing. There are some people that they're disturbed, or they live in an alter reality that's not in touch with the real world, what's going on. They get in this dream state in their head, or they think they know what's going on. They truly believe they know everything going on. And some of those can be dangerous people. They really can. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of that. On our channel, I like to show family life. I really do. I love my nieces and nephews and all, and I like to show the bond, the family and all that we have here. And it's not about the Philippines. You know, actually sometimes my brain is so tired of hearing the word Philippines, because the things that we show, they apply internationally. They apply across borders. And I really get tired of being branded just with the Philippines. I really do. I think that's kind of like a foot on top of your channel right there, right from the beginning. You have instantly made yourself into a niche. Your capacity to grow is pretty capped. And then you become further of a niche channel if you follow one type of content. Well, I really wanted to show about our lives between Texas, of two different cultures, in a marriage, married with two different cultures, and us combining our lives and learning about each other's cultures, and share that, and share just our own goings and all. And when I started building the house, we kind of got marked as a build channel, and I love the build, so that was okay. That's okay. We got marked as a build channel, so now we've got a weight sitting on top of us that we're Philippines, and then we got a weight that we're just build. And the problem with that is that I didn't want to just be only a build channel, so I continue to show other things in my vlog, to where actually a vlog is better if it just focuses straightforward on one genre only, you know, and that's the real truth. But when I'm mixing it up, you know, we got boating stuff going on, we got travel stuff going on, we got the Southeast Asia culture versus the Southern United States culture, and Texas is a niche culture within itself, a unique culture. Our channel has been a blessed channel. It has. It's been a blessed channel. It's for what it's provided us with the amount of subscribers we have. YouTube giving us a really good CPM rate, RPM, CPM rate, which is how much you earn per 1,000 on views. So not every channel earns it equally. Some content don't hardly pay nothing. Some of the videos out there on YouTube that had the biggest views are the lowest paying. It took all of those views just to get up to what a 10, 20, 30,000 view video would get with a good pay. Pennies on the dollar, as you could say. So being that we keep it pretty clean, and the way we run this channel and all, and being that building type stuff and all of that is a pretty good pay, and being that there was a little bit of continuity going on in that, advertisers put in, to be over on our channel for things like air conditioning systems, lawn care, real estate, tractors, agricultural stuff, a lot of truck commercials, some really good paying content. When you're getting advertisers like Ford Truck, Isuzu, Train air conditioners, things like that, you're getting some good payers, some advertisers with budget. So that has been nice. That's been nice. So I didn't need 100 or 200 or 300,000 subscribers to maintain a level of income for all the work that goes into this channel, because there is a lot of work that goes into it, and I could see where there could be a lot more work, but the work versus the income now is going to start leaning over again, because it's just me. I'm solo. There's nobody else editing. Every once in a while Melinda records some video and I have to edit through it. She might record 2 hours of video, but I have to condense. So there's a lot of work goes into it. Everything you do, you relive it again and again. Sometimes I envy vlogs like these guys that just sit and, like I'm doing right now, talking about a topic, but they'll talk about things. Maybe they just quick interview somebody. It's a single cut. They just sit down. They talk about a topic real quick. It's a single cut. They put it out there. Good on them. Good on them. Is it sustainable like that? Maybe only for a while. Maybe long term, because this is where it goes back again. They created one lane. They're only in one lane. They're not in multiple lanes. They're staying in one lane, straightforward, with just a singular type of content out there. And where I'm in many lanes at one time. That's the way I've lived my whole life. I'm in many lanes at one time. I always said I've burned my candle at both ends and all in the middle, just torching the shit out of it. So and it's had its rewards, but it's had its stresses too. I've definitely had my rewards in life, but those rewards, they come with prices, though. They really do. So here we are. We're talking about my viewers. Well, when you create a YouTube channel, you need to really think about this. Where are you going to register that channel? For instance, there is a vlogger here in the Philippines that he is a Canadian, and he ended up with a very huge channel here in the country. It was just the right timing for him. He was the right age. He had the right charisma. He had it all going on, man. He had the whole ball of wax right there. That his channel really grew. Proud of him, too. Proud of him. But he's not a Philippines channel, even though his channel is about his transitioning in life to the Philippines. His channel is a Canadian channel. There's another vlogger that actually knows him, another great vlogger here, a young guy that was from another country. And his channel is not even listed from his home country. It's listed as a USA channel. And then you've got these guys that come here and they list their channel. I'm in the Philippines and they list their channel when you're creating it and you're setting the region your channel's from. They said it's Philippines channel, and right then they put a nail in the coffin. No matter how much they grow, they got a nail in the coffin because of advertisers and marketing. So where is the bulk of your viewers coming from? But where did you list your channel for it to be marketed at? And you said that it's a Philippines channel. Now, if you're trying to entertain an audience on the outside of the Philippines to bring, to bring their viewership into the Philippines, and your audience is all on the outside in all the other countries in the world, you've stumped your toe from day one. So that's another blessing. I know some other channels that are bigger than my channel, and they're like, they've seen my analytics, and they see what we earn, and they're like, how are you earning that off of that amount of subscribers that you have and that amount of views? Well, one thing, I didn't list myself as a Philippines channel. I'm a USA channel, and we still do go back to the USA. This is a dual life channel, but most of our viewers are in the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, and then it spreads out to other markets like Saudi Arabia. When I say Europe, I mean all the European countries. The Norway and Netherlands, all up there, I have quite a few viewers there. I have one small country up there that pays the biggest rate on advertisement versus even my USA viewers and all. Man, the views on those videos that are viewed in that country spike. They must have a massive economy and advertising budget going on in that country. I get paid well on that. It's a business. Treat it like a business. I've been blessed on that. But it's also so hard to combine so many different things like a daily life vlog. It's really hard to combine it all together. How am I going to present this? Because we're building a pool, we're building a cabin, we're working out here at the beach, we're working on the house in here still, we're going for a motorcycle ride, we're doing this, and you're kind of trying to combine all of this stuff together. And you're trying to keep it organized, how can I do an episode 1, a part 1, a part 2, a part 3 of this particular one, create little mini series within the vlog of just this, but that's not the only thing you got going on at that time. You got something else going on. It can be a challenge, it definitely can. But you try to work it all out, you try to edit it all through, and you try to do the best you can. And then, being that you're more of a niche channel, you really want to connect with your viewers. And we've had some wonderful viewers that some of our very first viewers are still with us to this day, years later. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I try to show appreciation to them all the time. And, you're out here, you're hot, you're working, you're trying to record. You can't just record all day long. It's impossible. The memory, the battery life, everything. And then you got to edit all of that down. So you're going to rewatch your entire day. What if you recorded 8 hours of video? Now you got to edit back through 8 hours of video. So now you've lived that twice. Now that 8 hours just took 16 hours of your life. And now you do a recut one more time. Maybe you this time only had to watch 2 hours of it, and you do a recut. Now you're down, it's took even, more of your life, 8 and say 16. Now it's took 18, and then maybe you had to do a little bit more stuff, and you're having to check comments from the previous video at the same time, and on and on and on and on and on. All of a sudden you can see that it's taking your life from the time you woke up until the time you went to bed late at night. By the time you edit the video, you export the video, you wait for it to finish exporting, which takes longer if you created a 4K video with a high frame rate, and then you've got to upload the video, which takes a little longer too if it's a real big file like that, and you want to turn out quality as far as how the clarity of the video, and for people with large TVs like I have back here in a large format. And you find yourself, it takes away from the family time that you're trying to show and share. You know, you've taken away from that. And you're asking them to be quiet so you can edit, or you go off and hide yourself in another room so you can edit. But then you still need to engage with your family. So you've got to make sure that you know, the juice is worth all the squeeze, as they say, right? So it's a job. Doing YouTube is not a hobby. It's not a joke. It's a job. It is a job, and when you do a job, you want to be paid for it. That's just the truth. Or like, I had a commenter today, it's like, I'm surprised you even care about monetization when I was talking about all that. Like, I'm just so rich that I just, a waterfall, like the waves out here just crashing money onto my shore, and I'm out there just picking it up in buckets like Melinda with Stone. No, there's never an infinite amount of money, and there's always holes in the bottom of the bucket. I explained that to my friend Patrick back in the U.S. before, when he was like renting and he was making all these car payments and he never had any money left over. And I said, you know, get a pail. I'll use this cup. I said, get a pail, and this pail, this represents the money you have each month. This is your money each month. So we're going to fill it up at the beginning of the month right there. Now it's full. Now we're going to get some drill bits, and we're going to drill some holes. So all these little things that you're eating away, I'm going to show it is they're worse than that big hole. So oh, it's okay to do these little subscriptions to this pay service, and I'm going to watch Disney, and I'm going to watch Discovery, and I'm going to buy all these little a la carte packages, online streaming services. And now I've got, before you know it, 10 different streaming services. And I'm going to join this gym over here that I never really go to, and I'm going to get a membership. And I'm going to go over here and do this, and I'm going to go over here and do this, and you're just drilling holes. And every time you put a hole, your money is draining away faster. Now we hadn't even got to the rent or the house payment and the big car payment and the insurances and of different ones. Those are multiple holes. And all of those things, and then your groceries and your electricity, all of the important things. And all of a sudden, you're only this far into your new month, and your cup is already dry, it's empty, your bucket is already drained because you drilled too many holes in it. And I'm very aware of that. So it's like they say, you know, death by 1,000 cuts, you know. It's not maybe that one big thing you did, all them little things. Services you're not even using and you've been too lazy to cancel them, you know. Just eroding you away. Well, I have a limit too, and the vlog helps us. Having a little bit of income still from the U.S., it helps us. Not having any debt, that helps us. I have no debt, so think about this when you see us building here. It's all paid for. We don't have much of an electricity bill to speak of. We nix that. We don't have a water bill. What? We go buy these jugs of water, and even with water, giving water to all of the workers here, $3 in a month or something, you know, it's ridiculous. We don't have to worry about home insurance here. There's things that you're not really ever going to get paid for anyway. If I took out some kind of policy on this house, well, the house is not going to burn. This couch might can burn. We could get that probably put out, but the place is not going to go up in a, you know, up in a flames. There's no carpet to burn. There's no wood walls to burn. This item spread out from that item, it could be contained. It might soot out and burn, you know, a little bit and scorch the place, retexturing, repainting, a little cleanup, and you're back going again. If it took on a flooding, sweep the muck out, wash it all down, retexturing, repainting, you're good to go again. You know, it's a limit to what can happen when you have a solid concrete home with a metal roof. There is a limit. So we don't get direct hits on typhoons, but let's say that's why there's no houses down through here with blown out windows and doors or shutters on, because those houses been there forever, because we don't get direct hits. Let's say if one hit, I bought doors that could go right down here to City Hardware, buy drop-in replacements for a little or nothing, put them back in, still right back going again. Take the Phillips screws out, put the Phillips screws in, put new caulk, voila, you're right back rocking and rolling again. You didn't build something one-off. Even if you did, you just get a glass company and come change it. It's not the end of the world. But we are paid here. We are paid. We don't owe a bunch of bills. We don't have a truck payment, so we just pay, you know, insurance and upkeep. I mean, on the truck insurance, you know, but and upkeep. And the house here, it's paid for. We don't have a monthly rent, monthly utility bills, so that helps out a lot, and that allows me to have some funds to do some additional projects out here. The YouTube money allows us to be able to do some additional projects here. The money that we do pay our monthly bills with comes from, you know, income that we still have back from the States. And that's because, you know, I put in work in the past, and that's my reward for it. And I don't have no guilt over that. I don't need to have guilt over it. Do you have guilt over your retirement? Do you feel guilty when you spend your retirement how you want to? But some reason people on this vlog want to try to make me feel guilty for how I spend my money. It's so funny. They want to shame me for it. Well, I'm sorry that you didn't do real well in life. I'm sorry. It happens. It could happen to me just as easy. But that don't mean I go shame somebody else. That's just unbelievable. There will be a stopping point here. But now listen, the next thing is that now our place is rewarding itself back, because now the work that I put in, just like past in my life, the work I put in here now we're getting an income back on. I don't tell everybody that comes here. It's not all shown on Airbnb and Agoda because we get a lot of direct bookings. But our rooms are not bottom of the barrel price. And we've already collected, you know, the past few months, a nice sum of money coming in monthly now off of these rooms. And it's only going to go up and get to be more, hopefully, if we're blessed with that. So now I'm getting rewarded back. Do you get rewarded back when you pay your rent? Do they say, well, you know what, you paid us rent for 10 months now, we're going to start giving you money back instead. You don't pay us rent no more each month, we're going to give you money back. No, you don't. You will just always be a renter and pay them, and they're going to go up on you. They're not going to go down. and you're going to always still owe them. But mine is rewarding me back. I paid it forward, and you know, and now I'm getting rewarded back. It was an investment. I invested, and now it's time for me to get a yield off of it. And this is where I'm maybe being wiser than some other people. I looked at my age. I said, well, I came here in my mid-30s. I goofed off for many years like a new expat a lot of times does. I wasn't in a settled relationship because the girl was real scandalous that I first hooked up with. I was cautious on a second relationship I was in. Great girl, but we just weren't going to work out. Nothing wrong with her, though. I mean, good person. It's another thing you got to do. You got to take your time to find the right person. Then Mel came in my life, and she was wonderful. She was trustworthy. She was devoted. She was dedicated. She wasn't money hungry. She never asked for none of this. She didn't even know what I was building. I knew it was beyond what she was going to be able to comprehend anyway, and that's not an insult. It's just she come from a simple life. She don't understand all this, and but at the same time she could learn at the same time. And I said, okay, well, I got an X amount of years that I want to live in the Philippines, and what would I pay rent in all those years? And rents are going up. They're not cheap here like they used to be, and you got to put that into perspective when you're trying to get the old calculator out. Well, I could live for $1,500 a month for the next 30 years over there. No, you're not, because economies change. It could go down, but it's going up. Inflation, all of that. You got to do that kind of like on an amortization. Things change and flux in there, you know, and it's not going to stay a constant. And I said, okay, over the next years, if I invest in this, we won't have no rent, we won't have no utilities. I paid it forward. Now, what could I do to even make it pay me back? Add some rental in. Rental. Don't, you know, don't be the one giving your money all the way, be the one collecting the money. And that's just different people have different roles in life. And it's right here, right where you're living. They're short term. You don't get into a monthly problems with a month-to-month renter. They're in the door, they're out the door, they come, they go. There's very little problems. They don't start getting buried into your life. They come and go. Hello, nice to meet you. And people we meet, we really enjoy meeting them, and we go on with our life. So I think that we've made a wise choice. And not only that, we stand to make an income as great as a good income in the United States. And here we are in the Philippines. And I know those discerning people out there, you can't work in the Philippines. You can own a business in the Philippines, but this business is in Melinda's name. It's not in my name. I'm her husband. I can help run it. My name can be on it. It is legal for me to be in this business. It is legal. That's why there's Koreans and Indians and Japanese and Chinese and Americans and Germans and French and people from all over the world in here owning these type of businesses. Yes, it's legal. All those, since I don't have the money to do it, I'm going to criticize you for doing it. Yeah. So that's the downfall right there, is you've put in all your work, you shot all the video, you've relived your life 2 or 3 times once by all the editing and having to listen. And then you post it, and now you want to interact with the comments. And you're trying to be in a good mood, you're tired, you want to be in a good mood, you want to enjoy your really great viewers and subscribers and interact. And then you get the buttholes that just say stuff that don't even matter. They don't have no gentleman character about them, no behavior about them. They're just crass and foul and just hateful, and they want to take all the bitterness and the sourness in their life and the unhappiness in their life and throw it at you because you're happy. They want to kick you in the teeth. They want to knock you down. And you know, I'm going to tell you something, the truth here, okay? I'm going to tell you the really, really, really honest truth. I keep up with all of these nasty commenters. I look into them, who they are, and like, you know, you can look and see their thumbnail picture, or maybe they got a Facebook page or something. And what I see is, I'm like, because who is this guy writing all this nasty crap, you know? And sadly enough, I hate to report to you, but I will. It is old white guys. It's retired old white guys. It's the boomers, and some came on, what's that, Gen X, just right behind the boomers. And but I thought that that was a generation that grew up, that they were taught about manners and acting like a gentleman, and and all. But man, I, I I'm shocked that it's somebody that carries the same ethnic background as me that is the only ones writing. The only ones. You are it all alone. The only ones writing all of these nasty, hateful, mean, spiteful comments on and on and on. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? How old are you? What generation did you grow up in? I bet you tell your friends how you hate what's happening in the USA right now. I bet you tell how the kids and the youth this days and blah, 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 blah. And there you are, being just like them. Being just like them. I hear that sometimes when you get really old, that you have a second adolescence. You go through an adolescence period again. You are putting the proof in the pudding. But here's the thing though. My other groups out there, they don't behave like that. They don't. You pretty much have this cornered. You cornered the market. You have cornered the market. And I'm ashamed for you. I am. I'm ashamed for you. What happened to being a gentleman? Tell me, what happened to be a gentleman? One of them set my wife off so bad yesterday. It's what sparked this video. That she replied to a comment, which the guy referred to her as my daughter. Guess you didn't teach your daughter those values. Well, it's not my daughter, it's my wife. And she's fed up with you also. She's fed up from you out there, And my wife went off on one. And she cussed in the comments. And she used the harshest cussing. And she was really aggravated with this guy. And we had a viewer here, and we're outside when she come up, and I seen that, and we brought it up there, and we talked to Melinda to don't let them do that. You let that jerk win when you responded to him like that. But I catch myself too, but I don't go off like that. I don't go off like that. But now you sit down, you read the comments, you want to be in a good mood, you want to interact positively with your viewers, and you got to read this nasty, hateful, spiteful stuff. And I'm going to change it. I'm not giving nobody's names anymore, because you're not worth my time, you're not worth my viewers' time. And if my viewer looks you up, you won, because you got that attention that you wanted, because you're a loser and you don't have no other way to get attention. This one guy, he shows to be subscribed to my channel, but just because you're subscribed to my channel does not give you the right to talk crap. And there's a difference between criticism and crap. There's a difference between opinions and crap, and just foulness and rudeness. Just like a gout. You're like gout, man. You want to make gout go away. So this one guy, he expressed that he doesn't like the blue windows. That's fine. That is fine. I don't like green windows, okay? You don't like blue, I don't like green. Mel and I, when we originally were going to build this house, we were going to put all blue glass mirror windows in. Why? Because we both like them. We both do. That's our choice. Some people want gray walls, some people want red walls, some people want white walls, some people want pink walls, Some people want a black car, some people want a white car, or silver, a beige, a buckskin, kind of like beige, on and on and on. Yellow, orange. We all have choices. Those are just colors and preferences. That's just personal preferences. But then when you take it a step further and say that you don't like the blue glass, and then you capitalize it, they're very ugly. I mean, very ugly. And then you have to write another comment, still expressing your discontent with my windows. And that's going too far. Or that we got permits or something. Why did you bring the government in? You know they're going to be on your butt, and you're stupid for doing this and this and this, or oh, you can't own nothing in the Philippines, you're ignorant, I would never do that, blah blah. You don't own nothing in the United States either. Being kind of proved right now with Trump, right? That you don't own nothing. It can be taken from you in a heartbeat. You can have a piece of property that's in your sole name and get married, and you did this, or you took out a loan now, and you did what they call that. I've never, fortunately, never borrowed a bunch of money in my life, so never had a mortgage. So, because I built my own home and paid cash for it as I went, just like I did it in my 20s. What they call home improvement loan. You take out a home improvement loan now that you're married, and she says, oh, I don't like this carpet, I don't like these walls, I don't like that color, and can't we put a new roof, and can't we remodel the closet, I need a bigger closet, and blah 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 blah. Okay. And you go take out home improvement loan. Now that you took out that home improvement loan and you did it together, and you repaid that loan back now together, now guess what? She's entitled to your property that was all in your name. And it could be even simpler than that. That's just one way. And then she's tired of you now. She's tired because she's wanting the new thing remodeled. She wants to remodel you with a new guy. And she moves on and she takes your shit right with her. Or the guy takes the girl's stuff too. It works two ways. Man, ownership. We don't own nothing. This is all God's land. This is all God's land. We're just occupying it for our short period of time. You own it? You own it? Okay. Yeah. Those people own that land in Ukraine. Those people own that land in Russia. Okay. Yeah. Eminent domains come through, take your stuff, all kinds of ways. You own it. Yeah. You are merely paying a price to temporarily, in the span of this earth, occupy a place. However that contract's written, whether it's in your wife's name, your name, all. And here's the other ironic part. These Americans sitting back being so nasty. You can't own no land there, blah, blah, blah. And until they let foreigners own there, I ain't spending no money there, I'm not coming there, and all that good nonsense. But then they're sitting there watching the news and they're like talking to their buddies at the coffee shop, at the LD club, and this is a bunch of nonsense, them selling that property to the Chinese, letting the Chinese buy our land. It shouldn't be right that foreigners own any of our land. Very good. Good job, Sherlock. How long did it take you to put that together? So, the Philippines is being smarter than the U.S., huh? And you're pissed about it. Yeah. So, I tell you. So that's been the thing. And I kept saying, I don't want to delete all these people. I don't want to block them. Which YouTube removed our capability to completely block them from our channel where they can't see our content with that ID that they're using. But they did offer a way, it's called hide user from channel. It used to be you could just hide them or you could completely 100% block somebody, but YouTube decided we're going to be inclusive and you're not going to block them. That way they can still get a view and we can still advertise to them. But if you block them, we can't advertise to them. So you can just hide the user from the channel. So they think, man, they're right there, man. I'm still in the team here, boys. I'm in the team. Let's write those nasty comments. We're on here. But ain't nobody seeing nothing you're writing but you. Because you're hidden. You can write all that nonsense you want. Nobody ever else again will see it but you. Yes, only you. And so today I said, you know what? I've been letting these people ride without hiding them from the channel. But I'm going to hide you from the channel because you don't have the right, just because you view our channel, to bring discontent and stress into our home. So I want to tell you something where the future of this channel is. The future is we'll keep on making content. We will keep on enjoying our lives. And Mel and I have an agreement that the second one of you crass old men or anybody else writes a nasty comment that's above just being some criticism, that's that extra step of being insulting and being rude and being discourteous, bye-bye. We're not going to give you any more of our time or our viewers' time. And if this channel stays small because it's not growing out there on hate and drama, well, then it can stay small. We're okay with that. I'm not going to grow this channel off hate and drama. So where's this channel going to go? This channel's going to stay right here. I'm going to keep being James. Mel's going to keep being Mel. And let's talk about that just for one more second before we turn this to a whole 1 hour video. There's a guy I like. I do. I don't have to agree with everything he says and does. But see, that's the gentleman's way right there. Mark at Overstay Road. Yeah, Mark Blackert. I have a lot of respect for him. And if any of you think he's just a clown or something, I'm going to tell you what, old Mark is one smart cookie, man. He is a lot brighter than most of you know. And, but Mark, he chooses to do what he calls giving out the Handsome Donkey Awards. That's cool. It's funny when he does it. And if he's having fun with that, I'm all for it. But I'm not going to follow suit with that anymore. I'm not going to show these people and show their names or anything anymore because they're not worth our time. Now, that's just about Mark. Mark, man, you're crazy and I love you. So, see, he says things that I disagree with, but I can still like him and I don't have to go on his channel and I can still enjoy shit out of him. And that's what makes good conversation. If two gentlemen, male, female, well, let's just call them gentlemen, being gracious, you can sit and have a courteous, in-depth conversation from different points and views and opinions and still shake hands and still be friends and still enjoy. That's what we should be as humans. There's a guy was a vlogger and he's stopped now and he's just living his life, but he gets on Facebook and he throws a lot of his opinions out and all, and I don't agree with all of them, but he's my friend. And we probably, if we really drew a line, we probably stand on opposite sides of an aisle from each other, but he's my friend and I like him, even though our views don't match. And that's what the United States government was founded upon, that we come forward and we vote and we discuss. And that's what we had the Senate, that's what we had the Congress for, is not to fall apart, but to come together. That's what it's for. But nowadays, it's just all about falling apart, not coming together. The next thing I was going to speak of is that I'm sure many of you noticed for a while that I took Melinda out of the vlog and I took the kids out of the vlog for a good while. Well, that's once again because of some freaking creeps. Some creep, and he was a older white guy, talking about how he looks forward to coming here, not to our place, but to walk down this beach and run into one of those twins. That pissed me off. You could read a lot into that. A lot. And so we had hard talks with these girls about strangers, about their self-awareness, about people around them, about how to approach with strangers. You made us have talks with the family that we didn't want to have, but we had. We had to put things in their mind at this point because there's people out there like you. Yeah, creeps. And I shut them away for a while. But I decided, you know what? This is a family channel, and once again, we're not going to let you control us. We're going to keep on. And my beautiful nieces, my nephews, all of us, we're going to be in this channel, and we're going to keep on doing what we do. You don't control us. We are taking back our lives from you creeps, you freaks, you rude old crass people. And for all of you, majority of wonderful people out there, I want to tell you, I appreciate you. I appreciate your constructive criticisms. I appreciate your ideas you share, your thoughts you share. Some I like, some I don't. That's the wonderful thing about it. I appreciate you. I appreciate your loyalty. It's like I showed old Billy the other day at the end of our video. The reason I showcased Billy at the end of that one video is not to gloat myself what he was saying about our channel, but to let him know that I'm aware of what he's out there saying. He's one of our first viewers, and I appreciate him. That was an appreciation point. It wasn't a gloating point. Everybody out there, keep on keeping on, keep rocking and rolling. We love you, and we'll see you on the next one.